So I'm starting this off with a bang. Every now and again, I come back to Warframe. Every now and again, I come back to Warframe simply because it's the primary thing that I play on the side when I'm not uploading videos to YouTube. So this is the thing I do on the side. Sometimes I play for 1 hour, sometimes I play for 2 hours, and if the days are good, I don't have anything else to do other than go back to work the next day. Sometimes I play for 3 hours. And seeing the fact that April is almost over, the first, I'll say it right now in this video, the first um, anime post for April will be done in the first week of March. That way, I give it, I give the month of April enough time to launch all their April anime. Or should I say, I give March enough time to launch all of March anime. I'm not going to get the last week of March because it takes time for all these things to go to streaming service. So I probably won't get the last week of March. So any anime that was released in Japan in March, I'm probably not going to get the last week of March. Maybe not even the second week of March. So what I'm going to start doing from now on, if an anime is released in the same month that I watch it in, then I'm gonna put a video out to watch that anime in the following month, because there's no way to watch all the animes that are released in the same month when some of them are delayed due to embargo, due to travel time, due to whatever reasons why they be held up. So that aside, I'm just gonna play Warframe for about 2 hours. I'm assuming there's a quest with regards to this, but if there isn't a quest, I'm just going to farm the parts, do the quest if there's a quest, and level up this character, Stynax. And this is his new outfit that came with this update. So,
welcome, friends.
Oh, you. Don't be in a snit. Let's talk, you silly thing.
alright, so the one sucky thing I would say about playing variety of game is good, because that's all I really need to play during the week, 3 times a week. I don't really need to play more than that. I might play 4 times a week if there's something that's important. But standard I always play 3 times a week due to other reasons. But yeah, this is the new cosmetic for this Warframe, and I'm now going to start Dante Unbound and keep it quiet moving forward.
Tenno, our work goes on. Welcome once again to the chaotic waltz that is my... I wait upon your pleasure.
Oh, the Laverian. It was floundering. Oh, the Laverian. It was floundering. You understand? Going under. All that work I put into it, and so few visited, let alone donated. Oh, I don't mean you, of course. I know you're a friend to the Laverian. You just wasn't enough. So when Parvos made me an offer, I thought, oh, why not? Just let it go. Let it all go. I took the deal, Tenno. I shouldn't have, but I did. Oh, if only Dante was still around. Please, you must come see me. Hello, friend. You find me now amidst the bones of all I am, of the thing that mattered most to me in my too long life. You know, I wasn't sure it was possible to be less than a man, for I was a man once. This room was to be a shrine to one of my dearest friends, but now that shall never come to pass. I've made such a terrible mistake, you see. In a universe at its own throat, where every living thing works daily to keep body and soul together, there's not much appetite for history, for stories. The Laverian may not be a real place, a place you can reach out and touch, but Did I never tell you of Dante? No, I suppose I didn't. I suppose I hadn't the fortitude. The entirety of the Leverian is shaped by the lack of him, though perhaps only in ways that I can see. Though, by definition, a weapon of war, Dante was, first and foremost, a student of history. And he was my friend. Truthfully, much of the Leverian would not exist were it not for that bold, two-fisted academician's devotion to both myself and the cause of better understanding our history and ourselves. It shames me to think of what he would have to say about what I have done to our shared endeavor. Parvos Granum, you know the name. He of the gilded hand and gilded tongue. For an age he has sought what Dante and I had gathered together, our collected treasures. For one such as Granum there is no such thing as enough. In an age with no appetite for memory, maintaining a shrine to our shared history seemed folly. And so, in a low moment, I signed it all away. I do not know what possessed me in that moment. I have no need for money, or food, or shelter, or care. Perhaps I merely felt my time was done, that the past had served its use, and me along with it. Whatever the reason, I allowed myself an instant to feel my misery to be greater than my life's purpose. A momentary indulgence that may be paid by every future generation until the sun goes dark. I would give much for my friend to have been here. Dante and I, we tempered each other's unique compulsions. You would have liked Dante, I feel. His end began, as it did for so many souls, with the Entrati family. The patriarch of that benighted family had fallen into decadence and disrepute, his name sullied by controversy and implications of madness. Then an erstwhile associate of mine, a gentleman by the name of Lloyd, a Master Entrati's man for more than a lifetime, well, vanished. Lloyd, his master, and his entire lineage just gone. There were rumors, of course. Master Entrati was known at that time for outlandish claims and questionable science relating to voices he was hearing, I believe. Gods from beyond the veil and whatnot. After the disappearances, Dante, never one to let a good mystery go, insisted on infiltrating the Entrati manse and learning the truth for himself. I, however, being more familiar with the confidential details of Master Entrati's interests, urged him otherwise. I suppose you wonder why I would do such a thing, if I believed Master Entrati to be fit for little more than the asylum. Lloyd was, as I said, a dear friend. We spoke often. His last missive to me was a simple one. We end as we began. As a student of history and its occult apocrypha, I know the terrible import of those words, and so I cautioned Dante to remain by my side. He promised to do so, then did otherwise. and I never saw him again. Perhaps I was not so deft at tempering him as he was of me, and that, I suppose, was my first great failing, the parent of this second and most final one. I imagine you surmised why I have summoned you here. To ask that, in the name of whatever friendship we share, to lend your aid to my impossible predicament. To help preserve, not me, not this shadow of a man I once was, but to keep this monument to history alive, so that future generations may learn from it and never repeat our most shameful mistakes. Granum's obsession with that bygone age demands pieces of such. Ironic, really, that one man's interest in history serves only to strip an edifice whose singular purpose was to protect it. But there remains one slim hope: the sourcing of artifacts from places other than the Laverian, sourced by you at my direction. Help me, friend. Help me, that my one great and final mistake not be the error that turns our collective history and the work of lifetimes to a single miserable use, making a rich man richer. Hello, friend. Sure it was possible to be less than a man, for I was a man once. This room was to be a shrine to one of my dearest friends, but now that shall never come to pass. Look around, and I will recount what was meant to be.
I'm fine.
One must make the... I was trained to assist Archimedeans, not warriors or animals. I cannot lie, Tenno. I have always felt nervous in the presence of Warframes. The Orokin twisted people into weapons, and I... Very good, Tenno. Our service is but a shadow of yours.
Once more, unto the breach! Onward! What a bother. Excuse me. One moment. Right, yes. Apologies. Is there something you require? Together again. We have a call. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
rustling in your area.
That book. I look at it, and it was spit or split. That thing's wrong. Capital W wrong.
Eyes and ears open. The system thinks you're hostile and will do everything in its power to destroy the conduit to thwart you.
This associate of yours seems to make you resourceful. If they could be convinced to do my bidding, things would become much easier for you.
Do understand, Mr. Granham. My associate is a friend performing a favor. To earn my friend's favor, you first have to learn compassion and empathy.
Security systems are responding to your intrusion. Watch out for explosive necromechs. puzzling. For whatever reason, those little horrors eat dockets as if they were sugared biscuits. Lost one! Try again! New conduits coming online momentarily. Steady yourself. Given the circumstances, you've done very well. Samples over here, if you please. I'm never alone down here, Tenno. It's always... Put me to work, Tenno. Drusus has his debts to pay, and I have mine.
So based on everything I see, Dante is pretty much straightforward. You do a lot of disruption missions. You get the parts for the Warframe. So this is one of the easier Warframes to get. There's not too much struggle. This is just an update to give you a new Warframe, that's all. There's no cost attached to him.
Our adversary seeks to muddy our recollection of true history.
He's not a Warframe with a quest. He's just a Warframe as an extra added. So that's basically Dante Unbound. You keep doing these disruption missions enough times, get enough points with regards to vessels, and then you're able to buy each part and each weapon as well. And then there's other things as well, but mainly the weapons and the Warframe. It will take some time, but that's basically Dante in a nutshell. The most that was added towards this Warframe was the lore, and of course the different tactical alerts that came with it, as well as the free items you get. You get free glyph for the 10-year anniversary. Get gift of Lotus tactical alerts, and of course you get to grind for Dante. So there's 3 things that came with this new update, and a whole lot of other things that are things you can buy, as well as things you can, I'm assuming, research. So I'm going to check my dojo and see, based on the dojo itself, if we have new dojo research with regards to Dante Unbound. So if that's the case, I could have done it from my ship, but if that's the case, that's pretty much Dante in a nutshell. He came with a tactical alert, he came with a disruption mission, and of course came with free items and stuff that are given to you during the process of the 10-year anniversary. So let's see. that's pretty much Dante in a nutshell. It's not. It's not a. There is no quest. It's just a new Warframe. So I'll do one more disruption grind mission because that's all you have to do, and then to get enough points, and you can keep doing this on your own time. Most Warframes are complicated. This one is not complicated at all. It's quite simple. It's a rinse and repeat. It's a grind, and you could do it on your own time. And it's quite simple to get enough points. I got 20 in just one run, and for each parts, they're about 60 or 70 for each parts. So in 20 in one run for a 5 minute mission, that's not too bad. The main points are within the Warframe itself. The Warframe is 270 vessel points, so that'll take a lot of missions. But this is one of the easier Warframes to get. So no, there are no new decorations that I could see based on this that came with this update. So the main thing are the tactical alerts, the Warframe that you grind, you're doing disruption mission, the 10-year anniversary rewards that you get free for logging on, and of course, let me see what else they have. And of course, these are the tactical alerts. 10-year anniversary stuff was in the inbox. From the community team. I give this to you. And if not, no, they didn't give it to you. This came with it today. This was from the 27th, which was yesterday when Dante was launched. They gave this to you for free, which is generous. You get 2 formulas for free, and then you get something else for free. You get a Dexnet Kana for free, which is a new weapon. It's not a skin, it's a weapon. And also that came with the update is the ability to farm Dante. So 1, 2, 3 things came with this update. And of course there are other things you will have to purchase in the market, such as skins based on what's new, which is the Steineck skin, and of course I believe Dante extra skin. Dante comes with an extra skin, and I believe also, what's his name? Sevagoth skin. So those are new things and also attachments. But for me right now, since I got that new Dexilcana, and you're going to get it by doing the tactical alert, I'm going to do those tactical alert. No, I didn't get it doing tactical alert. I got it simply because it was free. So let me check my arsenal. And I will do the Dante again just to get more points. And then I'll do 1 tactical alert. So 3 things came with this Warframe. This Warframe is not a big deal. This Warframe is just a basic Warframe. This is something they typically do for standard Warframes. This is a standard thing they've always done in this game. You have the big updates which has stories attached to them. And then you have the mini updates that don't have any stories attached to them, but you get some free stuff along the way. So this would be considered a large update, but it's not a massive update. In Digital Extreme eyes, a massive update is typically something that comes with a quest and resources and new decorations, a whole lot of new stuff. That's what a massive update is. And those things typically only come once or twice a year. So we're in March. So January, February, March. So every 3 months they come out with a new Warframe. And those are always minor Warframes. So 3 months from now, from April, May, June, either it's late June or July, will be the next major Warframe, the next major update. So I believe it's twice a year there's a massive major update, and then there's minor updates. So if you've never played Warframe before, updates go every 3 months for minors, and for majors, like really big stories and quests attached to them, are twice a year. Every now and again, they would give three massive updates, but those are rare. The standards have always been the same: two massive updates a year, and three minor updates within a year. So January, February, March, new Warframe, and then come July, major Warframe and massive stuff. Then from July, August, September, October, new Warframe, and then from October, November, December, massive Warframe. Sometimes when they're having a bad day, it's just one massive update, and then 4 or 5 minor updates. But typically, you will always get 3 new Warframes within a year, and one major Warframe within a year. I mean, it's the same Warframe. You get 4 Warframes a year, but you will only get one massive update or 2 massive updates if it's good. If they're having a good year, you get 2 massive updates. If they're not having a good year, you get one massive update. And typically they always have 2 massive updates a year. Okay, so that's that, and I'm going to, since I don't have Dante, I am going to show off the skin. I think I showed it off in the video before. So this is the Sevagot skin. It's pretty sweet. I needed to get it because I thought it was one of the best skins I've seen in a long time. It looks very Dark Souls armor type. It reminds me of Dark Souls, enemies in Dark Souls, or of one of the Dark Souls skins. Not skins, armor sets that you would wear when you're fighting bosses. So this definitely reminded me of Dark Souls. Now I believe the Stynex, where is he? The Stynex. This, however, does not remind me of a Dark Souls. This reminds me of a different game. I believe this reminds me somewhat of